Hey friends, Dubmaster Kahn here. Thanks for checking out the channel. If this is your first time, please like and subscribe if you're into reggae. So this video is going to be on the brand new Rootsmaker album stems that are available for you to purchase so you can dub along with the Rootsmakers. We also have a Facebook group that's called Rootsmakers Family, and my vision for this is that you'll buy these stems, you'll have a lot of fun dubbing with them, they're really high quality, and then you'll post them on the Rootsmakers Family page, which I'll leave a link in the description. Let's get into the stems. So this is the BeatStars website where we're selling the stems, and you can see here that we have some combo packs and some different stems available. So if I go to the very bottom here, you'll see some 6-pack stems. So this is the slow walk rhythm, and it comes with six tracks: drums, bass, rhythm section, percussions, guitar pluck, and leads. And that's only $10, which is a phenomenal price. But we also have combos. So if you buy all 8, you can get all 48 stems or 8 tracks of 6 for $60. So basically you're saving $20. And then we have the detailed stems, which is basically 11 tracks of stems. And this is basically how I dub them out. You have the kick, snare, timbali on a group. The rest of the drums, that's what I have here. Kick, snare, the rest of the drums. Bass is on its own. Pluck guitar is on its own. And then all of the leads are separated. Melodica, percussions are on a stereo group. The rhythm section is on a group. Tambourine is separate on this particular one. The snares are grouped. So that's $20 for a single track. That comes with 11 stems, and that's basically how I dubbed it here. I have 12 faders that I use for dubbing, and these 6 faders I use for my effects, which we'll kind of show you, and then the last 2 is just monitoring. But anyways, that's $20 per track, but if you buy all 8 of them, you can get them for $120. So you're saving, what is that? It'd normally be $160, so it's 25% off. You save $40. And then if you want to get down really into the nitty gritty and you want to separate like guitar and organ and piano, all of that, you can buy the straight up separate tracks. This song, Strong as a Mountain Rhythm, has 25 tracks, and it's basically straight from my mix session. I exported the tracks as is, but you'll hear it. They're all super mixed, like they sound really good. The quality of these stems is second to none. I don't think that you can find them for that. Anyways, so if you want to buy the whole pack of that, it's $160 for that. So anyways, I kind of want to, I priced it so that like everybody can buy these, you know, whether you buy one 6-pack stem, the budget stems for $10 just to try it out. You know, I'm going to do that. We're going to load that into the session right now, the cheapest one, and I'm going to show you how awesome it can sound. So let's just do that. So let's just say, you know, I bought Strong as a Mountain. I would click on this. You pay $10 via PayPal. They give you a download link, and then this is what you'll have. So you'll have these here, the budget stems: bass, drums, leads, percussions, rhythm, and snare. So we're just gonna, I've loaded these into my session here: drums, bass, perks, leads, rhythm, and snare. Okay. And so let's just listen to what they sound like with no effects, just so you can get an idea. And I've grouped them here. I might as well go over that really quick because some people want to know how do you know, go from out of the DAW to the board, etc. So in Logic here, this drum track, we'll just solo this. Okay. So this is track 1718, and this is my drum track here. I've outputted it to output 17 and 18. And this Midas console has built-in Firewire conversion. So let's say it didn't. Let's say I had a Focusrite, what's it called? The 40 Pro or whatever, the Sapphire 40. I would take a chord from output 17, 18, and route it to the back of my board to the two inputs on 17 and 18 here. The line ends, and then that's where it would be. So if you don't, this is kind of built in. I have a button right here that says Firewire input, and it automatically basically says, okay, you're sending out of your DAW, and I'm telling it output 17, 18, and then it's going to come into channels 17 and 18. So that's the drums. And then I can add some effects here. Aux 1 is the space echo. Right? Aux 2 is this spring reverb over here. Right? So, and then I've routed, say the next one, percussions, I've routed to 1920. That's this here. And then the bass to channel 16. You can see I made it mono, it was stereo, so output mono 16, right? So drums, percussion, drums and bass and percussion. And then back to my effects, I have aux 3 is the El Capistan. Right? So that's the El Capistan. Okay, so that's my spring reverb, which I have this West Finga sent from the insert. I don't know if you can see this light here. It says insert. And what an insert is basically, so let me explain the signal path for those of you that aren't really into dub. So I have 4 auxiliaries here. Auxiliary 1 is this first green knob, and that sends signal to the auxiliary. And then on the back of the board, there's a thing called aux 1. So I take a cord from an XLR to TRS and go from that auxiliary to the space echo. And then from the space echo, I'm returning into track 6, space echo. So you can see here, it says space echo, that's input 6. So I'm sending signal from this one knob through the auxiliary send. The auxiliary send goes to the space echo. Then the space echo comes back to what's called a return track, which is number 6. And then I'm monitoring with this thing in Logic here, software monitoring. So I'm basically listening or cueing what the space echo, as well as I have my drums going to output 17, 18. So you can see that here. This is input 17, 18. So that's how I'm hearing the drums. So basically, when the signal comes out, 17, 18, it comes to this channel. This is a bit of a brain cluster, but then I'm turning it up. The signal's coming, and then I'm sending to group 1 and 2. You can't tell, but these are pressed in, these 2 groups. And then I have, on the Firewire conversion here, I have group 1 and 2 set to output 17, 18. So it comes in 17, 18, and then it goes out to the group, which is 17, 18 out. And then in my DAW, I'm listening to 17, 18. That's how you hear the drums again. And it's also a way that I can record the drums. So we can do that here really quick. I'll show you. So we'll just do drums. So if I zoom in on this, we are recording the drums right now, right? As well as everything else. All of my effects, all of my returns are being recorded in the same way. So see, you can see the spring is coming, it's lighting up here, and I'm recording it. So I'll just stop the monitoring, and we can listen back. So we just recorded that, right? Drums and the spring, right? So I'm just listening back to what we recorded. So that's how this works. I know it's a little bit complicated, and I know this is about, I'm just deleting that. It's about the stems, but I kind of wanted to make this half tutorial, half, hey, check out these stems that you can buy and do dub with. So I'm just going to play around and do some dub just to show you how cool, even though it's like only 6 tracks, how cool it can sound. And then we'll talk about the other two sort of more in depth, the detailed stems and the separate tracks and kind of what those sound like. So let's just have a little bit of fun here. I didn't talk about that too. Another thing I have here is a couple of pitch. That one pitches up, and this one pitches down. It's pretty cool. So those are some plugins. I'll just show you really quick. It's kind of a side note, but this is the dual H910 dual harmonizer. And it's a delay, but it's also a pitch shifter. So every time it shifts a little bit of pitch and then it delays, and then it shifts a little pitch and then it delays. So that's how it goes up or down. That's the up one. And what's really cool about having this, like I have 6 sends and I'm using all 6. I also have a phaser here. We talked about the other 3. But basically I'm sending signal into the DAW via monitor 1 and 2, which is these 2 sends here. And monitor 1 and 2 is channel 21, 22. You can see it pitch up. I have on input 21, pitch down. I have on input 22. So just another way that you can use all 6. You can use plugins and trigger plugins in the DAW. And in fact, I did all over that album. So anyways, I hope you saw that the 6-pack stem is awesome. You can get, all of those for really, really not a lot of money. So now that we did that, let's just open up a new session and let's just load in just so you can hear and see the different packs. So let's do another rhythm. Let's do morning prayer, the detailed stems. So this one comes with like 10 or 11 different stems. So create new tracks and here we go. So might be a bit, I got to turn this down a little bit. So that's the bass. So here's the rhythm. Right? Let's just, so we have kick, and we have snare, timbali, and then we have the rest of the drums. So let's listen to that. Here's just the kick. So you can kind of hear it's it's gated, but maybe not all the way. Here's the timbali snare, right? It's kind of gated. And then the rest of the drums. So that's your toms, your overhead. Let's just hear that. And so that's your room mic, your overheads, your toms. And this is exactly how I routed it to my board here. So if I add the snare back. So let's just listen to that snare on its own. See, so that's the close mic of the snare. It's snare top and snare bottom put together, as well as the kick mic is kick in and sub kick, right? So here's, and then we have all of the leads are separated. So here's the guitar pluck. Right? Kete. Organ. Percussions. And then the rhythm. So let's listen to it all. And it's completely dry. There's no reverb on any of the tracks. But this is the sound straight from my recording session, right? So there's more separation because you have the guitar lead, right? The organ on its own, you know. I gave you just a little bit more options, and it's how I used it when I did the dubs. So I think there's a good value here with what you get. So now let's just get rid of all those, and I'll show you how the separation of on that same track, like the actual separate tracks. So this is kind of the most expensive. It's $30 a rhythm for this. The last one we just watched is $20 per rhythm, or you can get, you know, a 25% discount if you get that. This one's a 66% discount if you buy the whole shebang. So I'm going to group this sort of by, let's put all the drums in one spot just so we can, most of these tracks are drum tracks, which is pretty cool. Because you can really mix it how you want, and that's pretty awesome. You know, all of the rhythm section is, you know, separated. Everything's separated, and so you have, you know, as much flexibility as you want. So let's just start with the kick. Let's just hear just the kick, and here's the kick sub. It's real low. You probably can't hear it on, you know, but them together, that's the kick sound, right? And as well as the rooms, right? Like if we add the room, and this worst mic is like a close room. Worst, like bratwurst. So let's listen to the drums. Here's the room here with the hi-hat, right? Snare top, snare bottom. Now basically this is all the drums, and obviously it's the same exact sound as the other stems. I just group them together. On the budget one, it's like all the drums. On the other one, it's separated kick, snare, timbali, rest of the drums. So yeah, and then tambourine, it's kind of he doesn't play it all the time. There it is. Kete, of course it's not playing right now. Guitar lead, pluck, bass, guitar skank, guitar scratch, weirdo. Organ. Overheads. I guess I missed that part on the drums. Let's listen to like the overheads on their own. See? I mean, it's pretty cool to be able to get them completely separated. Piano. Here's the whole thing again. I don't have it all set up for dub right now, but I think you understand that you can set it up however you want, you know. But anyways, I hope that you have enjoyed this kind of look at the stems. I ask that you would support the Roots Makers. You know, we're not gonna make a ton of money at this. That's not what it's about. What it's about is making the Roots Makers family and having, you know, you do a dub version of this. And I also wanted to just say at the very end, you know, the intent of these is that you would make dub versions with these. It's not that you're going to take Kerrigan's, you know, awesome drums and make a new song with it. That's not the intent. So we ask that you would respect that. But yeah, support us and grab these stems, whatever package, whether it's one track, the 6 stem version, to the whole shebang, all the separate tracks. Either way, just enjoy this. I've had a lot of fun making this and doing this project. It's been really cool. I've gotten a lot of awesome feedback about how it sounds, and this is my mix. You're listening to my mix, so you can, you know, you have a good starting point, right? So thanks again. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, like this video, check out my other tutorials, subscribe to my page and the Roots Makers page. Kerrigan has a YouTube, Organics has a YouTube. But anyways, thanks so much, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.